Welcome to SolidCAM Professor. I'm Sydney, your SolidCAM Professor, with one of many videos available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In this recording, we'll show you part 2 of working on an internal CAM project, working on an assembly. In the part that we see on our screen, we have actually an assembly folder over here. As you can see, this is inside an assembly, and one of the major advantages of working in an assembly mode in this particular case is also being able to use the options of assembly where you can have a fixture added in as shown in this configuration that I have on the screen, and in this configuration as well, showing it with a fixture that was done inside an assembly. Let's go back now to our default. And this, by the way, also helps us out a lot when we have revisions on the part. This also makes synchronization work a lot better in the CAM part mode. Now, if we take a look at the exact folder where this is located, you can see these are all the parts that are inside the assembly itself. Now, we'll start a new project and we'll go into SolidCAM New Milling. And we'll choose the option of internal mode. As you see, there are no parts existing yet on this project, and we're doing this directly from inside the assembly. We'll accept it. Let's just quickly create a coordinate system for our part by clicking on this side over here and clicking on OK. Of course, we can create our stock over here. I can even do it, since I have this as a 3D model inside my configuration of stock. I can just choose that as my stock material. And of course, we have our target, which is this part over here. Let's just accept it exactly the way it is. And let's just have one operation over here. And then we'll see exactly how it works when we do synchronization, when there's a change on the part itself. I'll just do a simple profile operation on the outside of the part. So I'll just go into 2.5D profile, choose a geometry. Let's just choose the outside boundary over here as my geometry. And just so you can see the simulation, I'll choose any tool at this moment over here. Let's give it a level down up until this surface over there. Do a quick save and calculate and simulate the part. And as you can see from looking at the top view, that the toolpath goes along the geometry that I've chosen. Now we'll go into the original part and make a change. Now, before I actually go and make the change, let's just quickly look again at our folder where the assembly files were located. And you'll see nothing was added in over here. Everything basically stays the same. So nothing is added, making it a lot easier to handle the CAM project because everything is within the actual assembly in this particular case. Let's close the part now and go into the actual SolidWorks part that we had. In this particular case, if I'll open my location over here, and I'll just open up the actual part itself, not the assembly, but the part. And I'll make a simple change on the part. Say, let's hit this radius over here and change it from 35 to 30. And we'll save it and exit. Now, let's open up the assembly again. Now, of course, it's asked me to rebuild the assembly, which I will do. Note, we also have the project, and I'll load the project that we have over here. So we have it with the SolidCAM project already in here. Now, if I were to go and right click over here and click on check synchronization, you'll see that the part now has to be synchronized, and it recognizes this, and all I have to do now is just synchronize and calculate it all. Run my simulation again, and you'll see that it's running exactly on the new radius that I created on the part itself. So this works with synchronization as well on the part exactly the way it did when we were using the external mode as well. For more videos on SolidCAM Professor, Please go to our website, www.solidcam.com, and look for the tab called SolidCAM Professor. Thank you for joining us on SolidCAM Professor. Take care and have a nice day.